Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here, and thank you for checking out this video. And I'm bringing you guys some more Mythic Plus action from Season 3 of Shadowlands Mythic Plus. And today I have a timed 13 key for you guys, which is a Necrotic Wake. You guys know me, I absolutely love Necrotic Wake, because I shouldn't say I love it, but I do it a lot. We find it's almost always a +1 for any group that I'm in, and this group is no exception. In fact, we +2 it. So this was a pretty good run, even though we had some problems getting percentage. It was just one pull, but this group was really cool to get to do a key with, because Sai is back. He is now on a Prot Paladin, so he is doing the honors tanking for us. And we've got Appa. They are on a Demonology Warlock. It's actually the first time I've done anything with a Demo Warlock, I think, since Legion. It's been a long time. We used to have one in our guild, but they no longer play the game. So it was really cool to catch up with them. And then, of course, Magnosh was in the group as well on his Arms Warrior. And all those guys were either a part of Slightly Serious, or we used to be a part of Die Laughing that we've done keys with, and we did Mythic raiding with at the very end of BFA and Nyalotha. And then last but not least, we have, I believe their name is Addy. They are healer, and they're on a Mistweaver Monk. And then myself, of course, am on my Marksman Hunter, and in this particular run, I am Night Fae. So taking a look at my build before we go ahead and jump into the key portion of the video itself. First off, my item level is 253, and I'm of course a Night Fae Marksman Hunter, like I said, and my Soulbind is with Dreamweaver. I'm really starting to enjoy that haste that Dreamweaver gives, particularly since Marksman does run with a lot of low haste. And this is just so nice to be able to have that 15% haste, and not just to have it, but have it when you need it most. The one downfall, of course, is that you do have to stand still or stand in this small area, which in this particular run, we have Volcanic. So that does kind of pose some problems. But if you know when to hold Wild Spirits just for a second longer to make sure you're going to be in a safe spot, that's going to be all the difference between Naya and Dreamweaver. And then as for my conduits, I am running with my complete AOE conduit, which does include Spirit Attunement, Deadly Chain, which increases that trick shot's secondary damage by a percentage, and then of course Sharpshooter's Focus, which makes my true shot last so much longer. And then my legendary in this video, I am using the Surging Shots neck piece. In fact, Surging Shots makes my rapid fire do almost as much as my aim shot. It's very close, within, I believe, like 1.5% of total damage, which feels really good. And in this video, I do have a 2-piece, so I do have my 2 set for my Marksman Hunter gear, which of course, when I get my trick shots buff, it increases the damage of that affected shot by 30%, which does stack with that Deadly Chain for all the secondary damage. So we are doing so much damage. I cannot wait to get my 4 set so we can really turn up the DPS and just go absolutely insane. And this next coming week, we are going to be able to have double legendaries. Either going to have Kyrian belt or Night Fae belt with the accompanying Surging Shots until I get my 4 set, and then I will transition over to Unblinking Vigil. And I am excited, guys. I hope you guys are too. And then my weapon is 252. Other than the new tier pieces and maybe 1 or 2 other pieces of gear, I haven't got any upgrades yet. I've been kind of slow getting gear this tier so far, but when we get the gear, I'm really hoping we can get into some more Necrotic Wake runs. That way we can get the Flayed Wing trinket, and then maybe even get the Solia's trinket off of Solia's Gambit. If I can just get my hands on them, I don't care what item level they are, and to see if those are the trinkets that I want to use for the rest of the tier. And then as for the key itself, like I said earlier, it's a Necrotic Wake, and it's a +13. And it's the dreaded Tyrannical weeks. So we have Tyrannical as our affix, followed by Raging, Volcanic, and then finally Encrypted for the Season 3 affix. And I alluded to talking about Dreamweaver just a second ago. Volcanic is something that's very annoying, and I do unfortunately soak a few of the Volcanic spots. I don't mean to. There's just so much stuff on the ground sometimes, particularly during that first boss fight. You have to make sure that you keep the poop in the right areas. You don't want to pull adds. You want to make sure and dodge Volcanic. And then all while I'm trying to stand on this one little blue circle. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's just going to have to be, that's kind of like the give and take, I guess, with Dreamweaver. And I'm hoping to just, as I continue to do it more, to get better at that placement and making sure that I'm moving into a safe spot before I use my Wild Spirits, because you can't move that haste circle once you use your Wild Spirits. And with the normal Necrotic Wake run, we pretty much do it the same as Drexit does. So you pull the first big pack at the very beginning, as you guys saw. Then you move up the right side of the room. You get the buff from the Goliath. Then you go ahead and pull the boss. We kind of have to backtrack a little bit to kill the boss. Then go back up on the stage and then do the whole dungeon like normal. And like I alluded to earlier, we did miss the Goliath after you go through the bridge. And then also we did use one invis skip in this run, which we invis the pack that has a couple of really unsavory mobs, and then it also has the encrypted affix over the top of them as well. So we go ahead and we invis through those, kill the two guys at the end of the bridge, and what we should have done was go left, kill that pack, get the buff from the Goliath, and then move our way up all the way around to the second boss, go up, and then you clear everything from there. So we didn't do that. We did miss the one pack, so we had to do a little bit of backtracking afterwards, but we still got a +2 on this key, and we actually had done a 14 before this that a healer decided to leave on us like halfway through the run, which kind of felt bad, but it worked out anyway because we would have got a 15 key, and at the very end of this dungeon I do get a the other side 15, so I'm hoping that we can maybe do that at some point this coming week, even if it's not with this group but with Drexit for sure, to make sure we get that coveted 278 slot in our Great Vault. And then finally, I did have a couple of people ask if I could go ahead and go through my logs at the very end of these dungeons, so I'm going to try to do a better job of showing you guys that at the end. I don't do it in this particular run, but my overall DPS was 12.6k. There's a lot of things that I can do better to increase my damage. That's just going to have to be familiarity with the group and making sure I know what pulls are coming. That's like one of the biggest things. Like when you see these people that'll post, I did 17k DPS for the whole dungeon, I did 20k. A lot of that is really giant pulls, and making sure you're using Binding Shot, Tar Trap, making sure you're lining your cooldowns up correctly. So for me, for an example, now True Shot is actually longer than Wild Spirits. So I want to use, for example, double tap, then True Shot, then Wild Spirits, then throw down volley, then go aim shot, rapid fire aim shot, and then do my normal rotation after that. And then when you have Unblinking Vigil in a 4-set, you can just do whatever the heck you want at that point. You can just pop those aim shots off, no big deal. And then also I do have a weak aura made now for those secrets of the Unblinking Vigil procs. You won't see it in this video since I'm not using the correct legendary, but you will see it in future videos. So if you guys want that weak aura, just join my Discord and I will happily give that to you. And then like I said, I did 12.6k overall. Then our Warlock did 11k. Then we had 8k on our Warrior. Then 6k from our tank, which tanks doing all the damage, and then our healer ended up doing 1.9k for the entire dungeon. And then as for my damage itself, my number one damage ability was Aim Shot, followed by Rapid Fire, and they were very close. One was 28.5% of my overall damage, the other was 27.1% of my overall damage. After that, at number 3, I had my Wild Spirits damage, and then finally my Arcane Shot damage rounds out my top 4. So thank you guys for watching this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and be sure and follow me over at Twitch at twitch.tv/MrEggplant. It was really awesome to get to check out a new group, hear the different ways to pull this dungeon. This one was pretty standard, like I said, though, so that was just going to be more information I can bring back to my group to see if we can continue to push keys and get better each and every time we log into our characters. And also, I still have my 9.2 Marksman Hunter guides for every single Covenant if you guys want to check that out. I have a Legendary guide as well. That way you can know whatever situation you're in, I can tell you the exact Legendaries that you should be running. And then next week is going to be new Legendaries. So we're going to get, well, new, I suppose. It's going to be, everybody's going to be able to buy their 265 belt. You can also make the 291 belt now that you'll be able to buy the Unity power, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'll be rocking the 291 belt, and then either my Surging Shots neck piece or my Serpent Stalker's ring in raid for either AOE or for single target. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing in Mythic Plus or even in raid. I would love to hear that. My guild is still working on Anduin, and we should be killing him next week. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. how are we dealing with ads? Just killing?
Enrage.
Yeah, trap one, I'll feed you
Kill
evil other.
Okay.
No, Mag. Okay, I will go now. Keep that one trapped. Kill the rest.
Breath incoming.
Watch your breath.
Watch your step.
I won't fuck with it this coming time.
Yeah, we have big CCs for it, so it does not matter.
Enrage. Kill ads.
Just trap one Tyler, get the other.
Breath incoming. Watch your step.
Greeley, Tyler, can you grab the orb there?
Your arrival proved timely,
Yep.
yet the battle rages on. We cannot rest until these invaders are purged from our skies.
And then I've never actually used orb, it's melee, right?
Yeah, just go into melee. Let me know when you use it, because I'm gonna have to.
I'll misdirect first.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to instantly divine tool you too.
Okay, and you just need to tell me when you want it. Why do I have aggro on this? Oh, that was weird.
Because
Like I was in the air and it was like, you have aggro.
oh, it's just a fix, boys.
Yeah. I realized what it was after I said something.
Can you interrupt that collector if possible? No. Okay. Let this go back. Okay. Second. Melt this now. Actually, Tyler, come in and use yours too. Come in and use yours too now.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Just me link it up real quick.
Got the fluids.
Yeah, I'll get Quartz Spider once it happens here in a second.
Watch your step.
Someone didn't grab the other spear by the fountain, guys. Oh, this
Watch your
fun
step.
buff. Don't lust immediately. We'll use lust on second down phase or second down phase.
Okay.
Then you'll use Vi for the first one. Don't get Herb first. I don't have Mag, you have to run. Mag, you have to run. I don't have a bot for this because I bopped you earlier.
Oh, we're missing the spear. Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I love them floating onto a single target. Feels great.
You said second down phase?
Yeah, second down. Remember, kill Vi, not her. Vi, not her. Take 5 if we can. Actually, no, no. Less now if you can't, Tyler. I changed mine.
Shoot.
Sorry, because just.
Yeah, there's just that arming time with the pet.
You're good. You know. What is it? Can't have him?
Target you.
I was not thinking that time. That was my bad.
Just kill this one, and we get next. I'm fine. We still have plenty of time. Just don't freak out with this one. We make.
Target you.
Come back where you're standing. Tight. Remember, with this next hook, aim it toward platform. Aim it toward platform, Mag. Aim it toward platform, Mag.
Damn it!
It's gonna get real awkward.
It's spicy.
Target you.
Oh, good. Oh, good. One did get him.
You give me 2 seconds. I need to dismiss that.
Oh, good, bud. Papa, you better do this strat. I know what you're trying to do. You better do it right. I was gonna be upset.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry.
Watch your step. Teleport on you.
Bye.
Oh my god.
Watch your step.
I did not going off because I've been stuck in mid GCT as well.
Watch your step.
I thought you didn't do the tech.
Bye.
You didn't do the tech.
Might be
What are you
bad.
talking about? What tactic?
Don't get me, don't get me, don't get me. Okay.
Is there something I can do to not go down?
Well, that's why you placed the.
I don't think that works. Does it? I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Watch your
I
step.
thought it did. I thought that's why you placed the gateway.
No, I placed it just so I can go to the corner if I need to real quick.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, if that worked, that'd be sweet. I would love to try that.
How about Mac?
That'd be huge.
Target you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tyler.
You're good.
I mean to pre-do that. I don't know why it's so off-timed right now.
Watch
Unless they
your
like
step.
changed it.
Teleport on you. Watch your step.
There it is. I got it right that time.
Watch your step.
It's hard to enter it down.
For the Archon.
Don't man.
This is all I need.
Yeah, I might go for that guy. Yeah, I found him. Hold on. Literally kill his one shoulder, that's it.
Nice.
There it is. The other side.